but I don't think we can automatically assume that he is going to stand. And in fact, on GB News, I looked straight to camera this morning and begged him that he should stand, because I had heard that he was watching GB News in an exotic location in the Caribbean, as you can do via GB News YouTube Live. And I hope that he will stand, but he will make a decision on that tomorrow. And you asked, before I started going on about my throat again, Penny Mordaunt. Well, Penny Mordaunt, I suppose it depends whether Boris's people, I mean, I think a lot of supporters of Boris, including, the MPs, also take the view that they don't want Rishi because of what happened before. Maybe they would go to Penny Mordaunt. I don't know. But look, we will find out by lunchtime or tomorrow evening whether Boris is declaring or not. I hope he does. I think he gets the big calls right. I think he's going to be good for the country. And think of all the things that we did do, not only Brexit, not only getting the first vaccine program and helping Ukraine, but people always forget. I had this with a BBC reporter earlier today when she was interviewing me, and she said, Brexit is a bit of a failure, because a lot of these people, they just can't believe that the whole debate is over. And I was pointing out to her that everyone said we wouldn't have a free trade deal with the European Union, that it would be impossible unless we accepted European Union laws, because it had never been done before. And you know what? We did it. So the point is, Boris does get things done. So I really do hope that he will stand.
Well, we may be witnessing more political history tomorrow. And if Boris Johnson does declare, then that will dominate tomorrow night's conversation on Mark Dolan tonight. Delighted to welcome a legendary figure from the world of broadcasting and politics, Edwina Currie. Edwina, if, as Fraser Nelson in The Telegraph has written this week, if the Tories choose the right person, can they bounce back and win the next general election?
Oh, yes, I'm quite sure that that in principle is correct. My commiserations to Michael. There is only one recipe, Michael, that will cure your sore throat, and that's to stop talking.
Wishful thinking, Edwina. So, Edwina, let's hear what you think.
Right. But what we have to do is have both a credible government, and it's not just a leader, it has to be the government. That was one of the problems, I think, that Liz Truss faced, that she threw out of government virtually everybody else except her small little coterie, who turned out to be, a bunch of schoolboy and schoolgirl debaters and not actually in touch with the real world. The whole thing became a complete farce. So we want good government with strong teamwork, a sense of cabinet responsibility. And that includes actually discussing things properly in cabinet so that the decision about what happens in health or what happens with Ukraine and the Treasury, it all kind of fits together in some kind of grown-up way. If we can do that, get the country back on track after the miserable few months that we've had, try and make sure that we've mitigated as far as possible the cost of living crisis, that we are still proceeding in Ukraine, where it does seem to be going rather well, and that we're ready with a bit of resilience for whatever future crisis might happen, then I think we've got every chance of winning the next election. But it will not be easy, Mark, because the last one, we had two very big things working in our favour. One, Michael has already alluded to, and that was Brexit, because the Labour Party had made it quite clear they wanted to row back on Brexit and have us back with the European Union. But the other, of course, was the sheer electoral gift of Jeremy Corbyn. And we're not going to have him this time. However boring and dull Starmer is, according to the polls, if the country is looking for stability, that could be where they look. And that's why I think it's quite important to have some stability on our side. It would be nice, wouldn't it?